Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tea and Crystals podcast. I am T.
And I'm Crystal.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are so happy to have you all back for another illustrious episode of this here podcast. Now, we got a lot of good stories to get into today. But before we do, y'all know how I got to start the show. Crystal, how are you, my friend?
A little frazzled, to be perfectly honest.
Fair. What's going on?
As most of you guys know, well, we did have the mini-sode the last week around. But before that, T came to visit me, and so we got to have our session together, which was really exciting. I really enjoyed the process of it. We learned a lot, particularly when it comes to sound.
Yeah. As y'all heard.
That episode stressed me out so much. Like, not only with the sound, but it was a different way of editing because we had multiple cameras, and I was just stressed. Like, I think trying to do the sneak peeks stressed me out the most because for some reason one of the things I used to edit is CapCut, and it wasn't working. Like, when I would line everything up and I would go to cut something out that I didn't need, suddenly every single time whatever we were saying and what was happening in the video was out of sync every single time. At one point I wanted to throw my laptop across the room because it was making me so mad.
Right.
So eventually I had to do it in my Premiere Pro program, which I've never really done the sneak peeks in there. I've only ever done it if I needed to speed the video up a little bit. So it was a bit of a learning curve for me, but I was so stressed with that week. I was like, I'm so made me so mad.
Right. But I too the deadline was deadlining because I was on vacation.
Yes.
Y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that episode because girl. Okay. The way y'all cussed us out about the mini stoves, I was like, okay, well, damn, we can't miss a week. So let's record in person, and then while I'm still on my vacation, I'll do the edits and stuff. I didn't anticipate how little time that I would have. And then the audio being what it was, I was just like, oh, when Crystal told me, I was like, oh my God. Like,
I know when you texted and you were like, oh, I plan to do it such and such right in the morning. I'm like, no, you're not.
Because that's literally the only time I had, because we would be gone from morning until night. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I want to enjoy my damn vacation. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So it was like, I had allotted time for it. So when you told me what happened, I was like, oh my God, this just throws everything off. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I was trying to help. Like, I went on YouTube and spent hours because I have an editing tool with my Adobe's that is audio. So I spent hours trying to learn this tool in hopes that I could help you, make it.
Right.
It did not work. Like, I learned a lot. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I did learn, which was cool. But in terms of like the actual sound of it, it just wasn't. And it might have just been because of the audio, because the audio wasn't that great. But in terms of sound of it, I was like, Timmy does something that makes it sound good. And I don't know how that is. So I eventually, when I messaged you, and I spent days on this. And when you were finally like, I'll do it such and such, I was like, okay, I just have to let it be out of my hands. But with that being said, I had to wait for you to do the audio because the audio with my, like the one out of Riverside did not sound good. So I needed your audio because it was going to be the cleanest it could possibly be.
And my dumb self, for some reason, when you had initially, informed me of what happened, I was under the impression that you had already done yours. Like the audio that you had, you were going to keep that. Because I thought you had already cut it. So then I cut the show without cutting, our stuff and didn't send it to you. And then you were like, so are you gonna? And I was like, girl, what you mean?
And I was like, what you mean?
So essentially, y'all, I had to edit the show twice last week. So this is a labor of love. Okay. Yeah, and Crystal did too.
Yeah, because
she had her version, but then she had to scrap it.
Yeah. So I I edited the video portion with the audio I had, knowing that it was bad audio, but I was like, okay, he's going to make the audio good. So when he gives it to me, I can just put it in there. And then when you gave it to me, I was like, okay, how can I make this better? And I found ways to make it a little bit just by cutting and splicing, basically. But that meant I had to listen to the audio again and splice out, if I wasn't speaking, I spliced myself out, or I technically muted myself on that portion, and then vice versa, so that you would hopefully hear less of an echo. I mean, I think it worked out as well as it could be,
Right.
It wasn't, it's not up to what we usually do, but it wasn't terrible. So,
we just hope y'all enjoyed.
Nobody
the show,
said anything.
Honestly, no, I mean,
we were grateful.
Y'all let us have it.
You let us
keep it. So we're gonna keep it. Okay.
But I think my mom was the only one who really kind of said it, but that's only because she had been watching me and hearing my frustrations through the week. So when she did finally watch, she was like, I mean, I understand what you were saying. She wasn't like mean. She wasn't like, like, oh, that was terrible. She was nice about it. But I was just like, I'm like cringe. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to anything, anything dealing with this podcast. So when something doesn't go right and I can't fix it, I stress about it. I'm like,
right. We'll know for next time that we need to. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're going to be. We're going to have to.
I do want to
something.
Right. I do want to do another episode. With someone here, having a special guest, maybe my brother or something like that, because I know he wants to come on here, or even just a friend. Like, we do plan to do some sort of a practice maybe episode or something like that, so we can see if we can really work out the kinks when it comes to the audio. The video was, for the most part, fine. I think it wasn't the best quality because I was using my iPad for the main video, but as far as like the two-person setup, that wasn't too bad. I thought that looked nice.
I think it turned out really nice.
Yeah. So,
and I was happy. Thank y'all for showing us love for us being together on the episode. I think that was the best part for me. Like, y'all were truly excited for us to be in the same room. So I'm glad that this trip around that I had the foresight to make concrete on my calendar plans, because Krista know how it goes. Usually I'm there and I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm having to shift stuff around while I'm there. This time I actually made it like, I'm gonna see you on this day at this time. I'm gonna see you on this day at this time, and I stuck to those plans. And I actually made all of my appointments. Yes. Shockingly, like, girl, the amount of shit that we did in them 2 weeks, I'm sure, girl. Like,
just hearing about it, talking, like every day was a full day. Yeah.
Girl, we were talking pre-show meeting, and and I ain't sat my ass down in a good month.
I know.
But it was such a nice time. It was so nice to see everybody, see family and stuff, celebrate people, and just go out and be amongst in the quiet for a little while. Yeah. Krista knows where I went. It was just nice to be out in the quiet for a little while, strictly family, strictly fun, just enjoying each other. And I feel like getting to know each other better. I feel like that was really a theme of this trip, was really like deepening relationships and stuff like that, and family wise, sharing stuff we hadn't shared before and different stuff like that. So it was really, 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 really nice. I really enjoyed myself. I feel like the older I get, the more I appreciate that kind of stuff. Which is, sure, you don't really think about it when you're young.
No,
like, you really don't take the time to reflect.
I had that kind of feeling, like about 2 or 3 years ago, when I first started working in like film and television production. I had that kind of epiphany type feeling as well, because for a good year and a half, 2 years, I was very, very lucky to kind of get job after job after job. And so I only would have, in between jobs, I would only have like a couple of weeks before I was starting the next gig. And whatever gig it was usually a long-term gig. So for a good 2 years, I was working, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, Monday through Friday, for months at a time. I did not see anybody. I didn't see people during the week. I got up before anybody else was up and it was dark, and I came home when it was dark and everybody was asleep. So the only time I had time for anybody was on the weekends. And by the weekends, I was so exhausted from working so much. So I didn't really want to do stuff, but I was always forcing myself to do stuff because I hadn't really seen them. And so when we had like the first strike that really, really put us down in the industry, ever since then, I've had way too much free time. But I had a sense of like, I really miss my family. Like I wish there's a better way in the film and television industry. There's really not a good work to life balance. And that's one thing I do miss. So I know I've been looking for stuff to do on the side in between film jobs. And I know one of the biggest criteria I have is I just don't want it to be stressful. I don't want to work something that's stressful. And I don't want to work something, I'm being very picky about it, but it's like, I don't want to work on the weekends. That's the stuff I have to do when I'm doing my actual job, is not have any time for my family. So whatever part-time job I find in between film gigs, I want it to be low stress, and I want to be able to still see my family when I'm doing it. Those are my only criteria. It's very, very scarce out there, so I haven't found anything.
Girl, work-life balance in America. What is that?
I know, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get started. We're going to start with my stories. Both of my stories are from the Am I the Asshole thread. And which one I'm going to do first? I'll do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay. Just because I like the title of it. It says, Am I the asshole for not forgiving my best friend after she told my husband I was cheating on him?
Oh. I need the context. Let's give it to me.
Okay.
Let's see if I get in trouble again.
Okay. I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, Alex, 32 male, for 5 years. We have a good, solid relationship and trust each other completely. I've always been very close with my best friend, Emily, 29 female, and we've been friends since high school. However, recently our friendship has been put to the test. A few months ago, I went on a business trip for a week, and during that time, I noticed Emily was acting a bit strange. She seemed distant and wouldn't respond to my texts as quickly as usual, but I didn't think much of it. I figured she was just busy with her own life. When I came back from the trip, Alex confronted me about something that completely threw me off. He told me that Emily had contacted him while I was away and accused me of cheating on him. She claims that she saw the way I was flirting with someone at a work event and that I had been texting other guys in a way that seemed inappropriate. I was absolutely shocked and devastated. There was no truth to what she said, and I couldn't understand why Emily would tell Alex something like that. I've never once been unfaithful, and I had no idea where she got these ideas from. I confronted Emily, and she admitted that she had seen me talking to a male colleague at the event, but she took everything out of context. She said she didn't like the way he was looking at me and assumed something was going on. I was furious. Emily had never said anything to me about her concerns, and instead she went behind my back and accused me of cheating. I told her that I couldn't trust her anymore and that I needed space. She apologized, but the damage was done. It felt like she completely betrayed me and violated my trust. Now, some of our mutual friends are telling me that I should forgive Emily, saying that she was just looking out for me and that she was worried about my relationship. But I don't feel like I can ever get past what she did. I've tried to move on, but every time I think about it, I feel so hurt and betrayed. So am I the asshole for not forgiving my best friend after she told my husband I was cheating on him?
I had to hold in that laugh. Your friends are crazy as hell. What is going on? Why in these situations do people's family and friends be like, oh, this person that did a horrible thing to you, forgive them, let it go. That girl tried to ruin your marriage.
I don't try to be I really try not to be stereotypical, but I only ever think of one demographic that has these types of friends.
Girl.
Because it's not me.
Well.
And it's not you.
No comment. Listen. No comment.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just picturing like a sorority Alabama roll tide girl. Like that's what I picture.
Crazy. That's crazy that you see that. So I really think that your friend she wants your man. Either she wants your man or she is jealous of your relationship and she don't want you to have it no more. Something in her has broken. She can't handle it anymore and she is trying to sabotage your relationship. You need to get that lady about your life. Ronto. Okay? And if that means that your other friends in the friend group are collateral damage, girl, let it be. You can't have this. She done proved to you. I'm telling you, as somebody who has been there, okay, literally, as somebody who has been there, don't let nobody, especially if they don't know your relationship in and out, don't nobody know your relationship in and out but you and your partner. And if you know that you solid in that relationship, don't let nobody come here try to wheezy you about your happiness or about your relationship. You got to go. And as I say, I speak from experience. You come over here playing those games in my house and home, you're out of here, buddy. There's no second chances. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have stepped over a boundary of mine. Okay. And if that is a boundary of yours, OP, get them the hell out of here. Now, if it's not, if you're willing to give them a second chance and let them play in your face, then girl, get ready for for round 2 because it's coming.
Yeah.
You are not the asshole. For like, Kristen, you know how I feel about people lying on me. Now, if I did it, then I'm gonna have to suck it up. Yeah. I'm be mad. I'm be like, bitch, why you? Come on, we supposed to be here, girl. You know what I'm saying? I rebuked, and I repented, all that. Blew my spot up. But if you lie on me, all right, you gonna wake up in the middle of the night to me in the pillow. You ain't finna lie on me, okay?
For me, it's the fact that you didn't even like come to me for your suspicions. Like you just immediately went, and you're supposed to be my friend. At the very least, because I hate cheating. You know me, I hate cheating. But I have had a friend who, now granted, when she was in the relationship, I knew this was not going to last. But we were young. We were early 20s or something like that. And I think because I told her, because I could see how unhappy she was. And I think because I was telling her how unhappy she was, it was like she refused to acknowledge that. Like me telling her just made her want to deny it even more. So when it eventually came out that she was like, oh yeah, there's this guy at my job where we've been flirting. I'm thinking about hooking up with him. He's married, blah, blah. I was like, are you stupid? Girl. Why? Like I questioned her. So why? What's the point? If you're already at this point where you want to have this other relationship, even if it's in secret, why are you still in your relationship? And why would you do that to him knowing he's in a relationship? Nothing I said went through this girl's head. Like she was just like, she was going to do this. And I don't know if she thought she was going to get some sort of, all right, cool. No, I told her, I was like, no, I don't think that's cool. I think that's really messed up. And I think you're messed up for doing that. And I don't understand why you don't just, you're not happy with them anyways. No, we are. We're very happy. I was like, oh yeah, you're really proving that point.
Yeah.
But we weren't,
go ahead.
Regardless, I wasn't close enough with him where I was then going to go and tell him.
Right.
And be like, so for me, like I would have at least confronted my friend and been like, hey, now if I was if I knew both of them pretty well, because at this point I was really trying to distance myself from her relationships because I had been through this before multiple times. And at this point, this was like boyfriend like 3 or 4 or something like that. I was trying to really stop. So I didn't connect with him. And plus he was draining. So I didn't have a good relationship anyways. So like my loyalty was to her, even though I didn't like him, I still told her she was being stupid, but I wasn't running to him to tell him, hey, she's about to cheat on you. You know, that was a mistake she was going to make and she was going to figure that stuff out. But if I had known him really well, if I became friends with him, you know, even if it was through her, that would have been a real conflict for me. I would have confronted her.
Not for me.
I know. But I would have felt guilty.
Nothing.
I would have felt
guilty. I ain't telling. My friends know me. You can tell me a secret. And it will never see the light of day because, bitch, by the time I leave your yard, I forgot. Okay, even if I'm friends, like you and I we've shared stories with you, okay, and you know those stories aren't out of school because they're past situations.
Yeah.
Well, none of those people are in the picture anymore, but I am that friend. I'm not a ride or die friend. In that sense where I'm doing it, you know, for you, girl, I'm doing it for me. Right. This don't have nothing to do with, that's just how I view it, truly. And my friends know not to come with me with that type of shit until after it's done. And then I'll help you pick up the pieces. But while it's going on, don't come over here. Right. Don't come over here with that. I'm not trying to hear it. I ain't trying to know. I don't care. Do your thing. Whatever you decide to do, you're going to do it regardless of what I say. So go ahead, make your mistakes or don't make your mistakes. Whatever you decide to do, girl, I'm here afterwards. Right. Not before. Yeah. Okay. And if you decide to do it in my face, then you just did it in my face. Yeah. And I'm not telling a soul. Okay. I will lie. I sure will. I'm not going to outright. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not going to outright lie. I'm not going to go out my way to lie. But if I'm put in a situation where they directly ask me, hey, was so-and-so over here with such and such with you the other night? They sure weren't. Knowing that I was passing the popcorn. Okay. We was in there keying.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I could. For instance, to give you an idea, if you messed around and I knowingly knew you messed around, I don't know if I could keep that from your wife. Like, I like her too much.
But I that ain't, to me, that's not bad. Like, if you're that type of person, then, you know, that's on you. Yeah. But for me and my ministry, I don't like involving myself. Like, that ain't, unless it's to do with me, that ain't none of my business.
Yeah. And that's what I conflict with, I guess, because it's like, I've known you longer. Technically, if it comes to it, my loyalty is to you, but I'm friends. I consider myself friends with her too. I really love her as a person. And I couldn't imagine being in her face, knowing that you're playing in her face. I don't know if I would outright sit her down and be like, girl, I need to tell you something, but she will find hints. She will find hints. Even if I have to if I have to put a nail in her car, even though it's not the girl's, but I know she's going to become suspicious. Bitch name on the nail. Like, I'm gonna have to drop hints so that, you know, she knows.
Well, like I said before, like, I wouldn't be mad at somebody who did that. Yeah. I wouldn't, you know, if I done got caught, bitch, it is what I did the shit. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably not gonna be friends with that person no more because I'd be like, at the end of the day, bitch, you ratted me out. I can't trust you no more. But I can't be mad at what you did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at the act because bitch, that was on me. Right. I am the root cause of this thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to be mad at me. You know, so I'm completely with you. Yeah. I'm just not gonna choose to do that. Yeah. Because, you know, it's too much drama for me. You know me. I don't.
That's
I don't
good to know.
But the thing is, it works for me because don't nobody come to me with that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? I get to deal with it after everything is done.
I don't think.
Don't
and you
come
know
to
what?
me while you cheating. Don't tell me you cheating.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Tell me after you cheated.
And got caught.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And got caught.
I feel like if nothing else, I would at least give the person like, hey, like you need to tell this person. I would give them, because I don't want to have to do it. I'm going to do everything in my power for them to do it. It would really have to be something like if you were doing it for like well over a year, like it's very clear you're never going to say anything, then I would probably feel compelled to try to figure out a way to let this person know like, hey, this is happening to you.
And
I'm going to give
with
you the
I
chance
do want to make that
first.
distinction.
Yeah.
If you come to me with it, I'm going to tell you what I feel like you should do.
Yeah.
But I just know in my experience, no matter what the fuck I say, they gonna do what they want anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, skip me with all of that.
Yeah.
Just come to me with the results.
I'm definitely not the person who's just going to be like, as soon as you tell me, I'm like,
right.
Girl.
Shaquanda.
Let me tell you what I just heard.
Out here with Sharkale. And the things that I heard that they be doing from Ronquisha. Girl, let me tell you something.
Yes. But yeah, not the asshole.
Not at all. Not at all. And good luck.
Yes.
Getting that hoe up out your life.
Get
My
new
God.
friends. Not just her.
Oh,
Throw the whole friend group away.
Over.
All
okay, and which is hard. At 30, it's a different game out here. Making friends at 30 than it is at 25. It's a different game.
It is.
You don't meet people places like you used to. You ain't got you know what type of people you like, what type of people you don't like. It's a lot of weirdos out here. The people who don't have friends, never mind.
It's true though.
No, don't say it. No, there is nothing wrong with y'all. If you don't have no friends, there is nothing wrong with y'all.
No, it's just that you just don't know. It's you're so much more closed off, I think, 30s onwards. Like you're not just willing to be with anyone. Like there's a little section. So on Facebook, they have this little section that's supposed to be for dating, but it's also supposed to be for friendship. So you can like someone for dating, like you're interested in them romantically, or you can like someone because you want a friendship. And even now I talk about it all the time. I was like, I have no friends. Like all of my friends are not in this state. You're in Denmark, Kay's over in Ohio. Like, and the few people that are here, they have kids, they have husbands, they have things that they have going on that I don't. So it's like, I keep telling myself, oh, I really want to expand my friendships. Like I want to find someone or someones that I can hang out with and do, travel with or just do stuff with, or just have someone here. And then I'll see those little apps and I'll see, oh, this person likes you for friendship. And I'm just like,
You are so stupid. Friendship, man. I don't want to work. No.
I want to go curl up in my bed and just watch Netflix.
It is intimidating, though. It is intimidating because even me being over here, I got y'all in the U.S., which is a blessing. I love y'all to death. But I had to start over when I came over here. And me, anyway, I'm not too... Y'all may have picked up on this. I don't really like around people like that. Girl, I would be okay. You know what I'm saying? But my wife was the one that was like, listen, you need to build a community here. Like, you need to open yourself up for that. And I'm like, but I'm perfectly fine. Like, I'm good. But I'm glad. Like, this year was a year where I was like, okay, I'm actually going to put effort into meeting people and stuff like that. And I have, and I got a little community over here now, and it's really, really nice. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened it wasn't me really going out and seeking it. It just kind of things that fell into place naturally, which is good. But I can't think of the words that I'm looking for right now, but I took those opportunities and I acted on them, and I put in effort, which have blossomed into some nice things. So Crystal, you should do it, girl. Like I know it's like,
It's
But
what you said. I want to be able to find it naturally. Like the idea
yeah.
of even friendship wise, matching with someone and then trying to start a conversation.
Mm,
I'm very much an introvert, like very much an
mhm.
introvert. And so when I meet someone in real life and I can feel their presence, their vibe, and I can immediately know, oh, I'm comfortable with this person, or I don't know about you. You don't get that
Yeah.
through an app. You know,
Yeah.
it's weird conversation. You're just interpreting what you think they're saying because it's a text. So, you
Mm.
know,
But I
so
think
that's
the
what I
way
mean.
to
Like,
circumvent that is to have them, like, if it's somebody whose interests in things are kind of similar to yours and you don't think they're going to be a complete freak,
yeah,
like if you go into the grocery store, be like, hey, you want me down to the Whole Foods real quick,
mm-hmm.
and we can, you know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah,
bring them into your natural flow of things to see if they
yeah,
can pick up in that flow, and then
mm-hmm.
things can spring from there. Because I think the pressure comes when it's like, okay, how am I going to like meet up with this person? What am I going to say to them to
Yeah,
kind of keep them on the line? You
mm-hmm.
know, I feel like if you have a natural inclination towards somebody to be like, you know what, they look like, or they seem like they got sense from their profile,
Mm-hmm.
kind of bring them into your natural flow of
Yeah,
things to see if they fit naturally.
yeah.
And then if they don't, well, you like, oh, this bitch look weird. You may be
But
like,
that's the
block,
thing. That's
you
my
know.
problem is doing that.
Mhm.
Like I still have there's people that I have met through interests that I had and they they came on too strong. They're too much. Like it's just
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. I get weird feelings about it. Like I don't feel
Mm.
and so I try to limit my interaction with them and even a year later, I'm still getting random texts from people, and there's two of them. I'm still getting random
Mm.
texts. Hey, da 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 da. What's up? How are you? And it's like I don't want to block them because then that's the neon sign saying I don't
Like,
like you, and I don't like
mm,
telling people that. So I just don't
yeah.
answer, and they just every couple months they'll just send me another
Mm.
text, thinking this is the one I'll answer to, and I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't
Girl,
like it.
I mean, it's okay. It's
I
natural. Like,
know.
not you're not entitled to be everybody's friend. You're not
Yeah.
entitled to give everybody a piece of you. Like, it's okay to be selective with
Mm-hmm.
who you associate yourself with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If we not on the same vibe, then baby, we just not going. You could be, this could be a once every 6 month little chit chat,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we move on about our way. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't. You can get in a couscous, but you're not getting a
Yeah.
full entree of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, a moose bouche, that's what's called. A moose bouche. You ain't finna get the full entree. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
I think that's okay. I don't think you
Yeah.
should feel bad about that at all. And girl, if
Yeah.
you want to leave the folks on, I mean, I will block them. But if you want to leave the folks on red, girl, don't feel bad about that. Shit.
Yeah.
I think in the phone now you can put
Mm-hmm.
certain people on mute.
Oh, can
Certain
you? I didn't
conversations.
know that.
I don't quote me, but I'm pretty
Right.
sure you can put certain conversations on mute.
I was about to
So
say,
you
if
ain't even got to
not,
see it. You
Apple
only
and
see the
Android are like
notification.
mute.
Right. Matter of
Gotcha.
fact, let me go. Let me see right now. Yeah, if you hard press a conversation, it'll
Mm-hmm.
say hide alerts with a little
Oh, yeah, yeah,
mute
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide them alerts. You will
Mm-hmm.
never see it again. Okay. Won't even get left on red, and they'll never
Mm-hmm.
know. That's a silent block for you girls out there.
It's a
Who,
silent
hello,
block.
we're
Mm-hmm.
saving lives on the Tea and Crystals podcast. That's a silent block. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
Anyway, you ready for the next story?
Yes.
Not us 33 minutes in and off the first story.
And we were worried, like, are we going to get through this
And
episode?
girl, anyway, this one comes from my favorite subreddit r/relationship advice, and it is entitled "My partner was in the bathroom with my cousin. What do I do?"
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, for some context, my boyfriend, 24-year-old male, and I, 24-year-old female, are having a game night. It's me, my two cousins, his friend, and his friend's girlfriend. We're all smoking and drinking. I was sitting on the couch with one of my cousins, 18-year-old female, when I noticed my fiance and my other cousin, 22-year-old female, were gone. I waited for a moment, 5 minutes, before going into the bathroom. When I opened the door, my cousin was on the toilet, pants down. She closed the door in my face, and before I could turn away, my partner came out. I'm not sure what to think. I asked him how it would look if I was in the bathroom with his friend with his pants down. He didn't give me a straight answer. He said she was drunk and he was leaving, but I'm like, I waited 5 minutes and you didn't come out. He still won't give me a straight answer, but I'm not sure what to think because I didn't see anything. I haven't asked my cousin yet. Everyone is still drunk and high, so I don't think they will be able to take me serious, or they'll try to gaslight me or make me think that I'm crazy. Since then, he's been extremely touchy and attentive. I told him to stop calling my name, touching me, and talking to me because it was overstimulating, but he didn't get that and kept it up, and I had to excuse myself because it made me feel icky and sick. I'm laying in the bedroom now, feeling relieved to be away. And there is an update, but I'll let you give your initial thoughts first.
Girl, that touchiness afterwards, that's called love bombing. That's what they do when they're guilty.
Come on, Pastor.
And if your cousin was really like all messed up and he was just trying to help her out, you know what he should have done? Hey, yo, your cousin's fucked up right now. Why don't you come get your girl? She had her pants down. I don't care what you say. Her pants were down. And you didn't hear him going, whoa, 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 stop, 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 stop. No, no, no. You ain't hear nothing.
And how you gonna slam the door in my face?
In my face?
I'm your cousin.
Right. I mean, yeah. This is a no. This is a no. If he's giving you vague answers and now he's love bombing you, it's a no. It's a no.
Because you can see it now, babe.
Yeah. Like you trying too hard. And the fact that you even said, hey, back off. Like I don't like this. And he's still trying to do it. You had all the answer you needed when you went back to your room and were by yourself and felt relief.
Oh yeah. For me, right, it's the audacity.
Oh,
yes. Obviously this isn't a big space. We in here chilling on the couch. We all in here. You came with me. Mm-hmm. And you just going, we all in here smoking, drinking, having a good time. Right. And you just going to disappear?
Yeah.
In this little ass house? And my cousin disappeared? And y'all think I'm not, like, what was the plan here? Mm-hmm. Was one of y'all finna climb out the window and come back around the side door? Like, and y'all didn't even what the hell was the plan?
Right.
I would be mad off of that. The fact that y'all was so dumb that y'all didn't even think this through shows that y'all had so little respect for me.
Yes.
And the way that I put shit together off of GP.
Yeah.
It's going to be beep.
Because if you
for her,
didn't.
And then for him.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't do something, you're going to be like, no. This isn't what it looked like. I didn't do it. Like he didn't defend himself in any way. He was like, no, I wasn't doing it. She was messed up. Like it's not what it looks like. Like, come on, baby. Come on. It's fine. Mm-hmm. No, like that's what I'm picturing. Like it was very like distract. Don't look. Move on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this wasn't someone who was like, oh, whoa. No, this isn't what it looks like. Like, I'm just trying to help her out. Like, she's all fucked up. She just did that. Like, if you had even acted that way, maybe I could start to believe you and be like, okay, I don't know why you didn't call me in the first place. She's my cousin. But this whole reaction and then followed by like the love bombing and all that stuff. No, you don't even want to talk about it. What I just saw. No.
Girl.
Nope.
So here she gives two little updates and I'll read them right after the other. She said, so I asked them both about it and they both profusely said that they weren't doing anything. I can't accuse them of something that I didn't see, and I'll let them know that it's not okay, and nothing in the world is so important that they had to say it in the bathroom, and they shouldn't have ever been so comfortable that she pulled her pants down in front of him. I said, since they both have no boundaries, I will have to create boundaries for them, and they will never be allowed in the same room again. That's it. That's the first update. Second update, I realized, and which I really appreciate this last update, I realized that I can't strategize their meetings forever. It'll forever weigh on me that when I'm having family events, he can't go because ... I guess it's over. Never thought that something like this would end us. Even if nothing happened, I can't get over it. I have to end it. I really appreciate this realization that she had very fast.
Yes, very quickly.
Like,
because you must have
what?
have thought about that. Like, well, shit. Now that I've given this ultimatum and said you guys can never be in the same room with each other, well, now that's a conflict of interest because now y'all can never be in the same room with each other. Like, I'm always going to have to, even if you did bring him, I'm always going to have to keep an eye on you guys.
Mm-hmm. That's more work.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust this person. When that trust is broken, why stress yourself out trying to pretend it's still there? Mm-hmm. It's not.
I really want to know I really want their side of the story. I want her cousin to tell the real side of the story. Mm-hmm. I want to know how the hell y'all ended up in this bathroom together. Under what circumstances did y'all think y'all was going to get away with it?
And now I'm always going to have to be cautious of this cousin. I have I can cut him loose, no problem. But you're my family. Like, in some capacity, I'm around you. Mm-hmm. But what just happened? This boundary it's forever changed our relationship. Any relationship that I'm in now, I'm going to have to wonder what you're going to do with them.
You're the low down, huzzy heifer until I'm in my grave that's trying to steal my man.
Right.
I'll be telling your grandkids about you, bitch. Okay? I'm throwing you under the bus every chance I get.
Yeah. I hope it was worth it.
I hope it was. Even if you ain't did nothing, but he done seen your coochie because I seen it. Nasty heifer. Anyway. Seeing the time that we're at, are we going to do a middle section today?
I would like they're quick.
Okay. Let's do it.
There's little celebrity nuggets because they're not going to be relevant a week from now.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first one I wanted to bring to attention is there was a boxing match between Mike Tyson and is it Jake Paul? Is that the one that did it?
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Yeah. God. I did not watch it, but I heard it was not up to par with people's expectations. For one, Netflix it streamed to Netflix, which I mean that's kind of cool because you don't have to pay extra to see this fight. But it sounds like you probably should have paid extra because you didn't really see the fight anyways.
Damn.
So, I think if Netflix in the future wants to continue doing that, they're definitely going to have some workarounds that they're going to have to do. In terms of the actual fight, I heard that it was not that great. Obviously, by now you guys know Mike Tyson lost. And I heard, this, I've been seeing advertisements for it for a while now. And it was really hyped up. And I heard it was just a womp, womp, womp.
Honestly, I don't know what people expected. That's a damn near 60-year-old man. Like,
yeah.
What did y'all really expected this was going to be? Like, people's nostalgia, it's really sickening. Like, somebody needs to write a book about, especially like, what's the generation before us? Generation Y? X? We're Generation Y. Generation X. And the older of us, of the Generation Y. They really need to look at that nostalgia thing. Like, why is that so valuable to us where it distorts reality? Because anybody that thought Mike Tyson was going in there to win is out their motherfucking mind.
Right.
You fighting I don't even know how old that Paul boy is.
I think
He
he's
got to
like in
be in
his
his
mid
late 20s.
20s. Yeah, mid 20s,
Mid
late
20s,
20s,
late
something like
20s.
that.
Something like that.
Right.
Y'all thought that a 50-some-year-old man, no matter how ferocious he was back when he was in his 20s,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna get so tired. Yeah, he gonna look good when you see these videos online because those are in controlled environments.
Yeah.
Especially for his age. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the math ain't mathing. If y'all thought that Mike Tyson was going to win, we want Mike Tyson to win, which is why
Right.
so many people watch these fights because they hate Logan Paul and what
Jake.
he represents.
Wait.
Yes,
Both
Jake
of them?
Paul.
Just both
Sorry,
of them?
no, sorry, because they
I don't
they
remember.
both at one point did the boxing thing,
Okay,
but Jake
okay.
Paul is the one that
Jake
keeps
Paul.
doing it. Yeah, the Jake Paul. You see, I can't even get the name straight.
I know.
The Jake Paul boy. People hate watching.
Yeah.
They're going to tune in because they want to see the chance for him to get his ass whooped because he's so cocky and he does win these fights. Now he's winning fights against retired boxers, people who aren't professional boxers. He's not really going up against anybody with any real ability. You know what I'm saying?
Like
so for currently, right. He hasn't yet gone up against somebody on the caliber of a professional current boxer. So I would be more interested in a fight like that. I've never tuned into any of these fights, even when I was in the time zone to see it. It just does not interest me. But when maybe if he does something like that one day when he gets on the real main stage,
right,
then I might take a peek at it. You know what I'm saying? But this whole Mike Tyson, it annoyed me more than anything because it got postponed so many times. They were just dragging it out. I didn't see much of it, but the little bit of it I did see, I always just roll my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't something I was interested in seeing, and I was not surprised at all when Mike Tyson ended up losing. Personally, it doesn't seem like it was something that Mike Tyson really cared about either way. Anyways, he was getting paid either way. Whether or not he won or lost, I think he was getting the same amount of money either way from what I heard. I'm not sure if that's true. But I mean, I know he was getting paid, but I don't know about the actual amount. But yeah, and honestly, all of the shit talking that Jake Paul does, it doesn't phase someone like Mike Tyson. Like, it's just chatter. He's like, he's not doing this fight because it wasn't actually, like he
wants to beat him. Like,
right. Like he's actually
yeah.
offended by what Jake Paul is saying about him. He's just like, whatever, child, sit down. Like, you'll have your time in the spotlight. I'm just here to get paid type thing. That's what it seemed like to me.
They really found a way to it's essentially wrestling.
Yeah,
you know how
that's what I heard.
It's just performative, and that's all this is.
Yeah.
It's all fake and phony. Everybody that comes in that ring, they have their stipulations. They know essentially what the outcome is going to be. They play their part and they cash their check. You know what I'm saying? It to me, it dilutes the sport.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it a spectacle. And it's like, well, girl, if I wanted to see this, I could have gone down to the WWE. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At least they jumping off of ropes and stuff,
It sounds like the fight before that between the two female boxers was the fight that was entertaining and was actually good. And it actually came down to, like, the judges had to declare the winner. And it was, controversial. Some people were happy. Most people weren't, because our boxer, the American female one, did not win. But yeah, so it was what it was. But you guys let us know. What'd you think? Did you watch it? What you're into it? I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. And then the only one other thing I really want to bring up real quick is I just find it funny, to be perfectly honest, because not apparently, like, we all know, but apparently there are aliens in our ocean. We had a Congress meeting about that. And this is exactly how society has taken the news. I think with all that's been going on, people are just like, and so what? The only thing that I've enjoyed is the comments that I've seen on some of the videos. Like, people have been like, are they taking citizenship? How is their rent? Oh, am I about to get to live off my book talk fantasy finally? And other people are like, are they going to do anything? Like, hurry up. Come on now. We've been waiting. If I'm not living
So-
out my Independence Day fantasy, I don't want it.
So I don't know how much you know about this, but I don't know much about it other than seeing that line. I'm just so through, with everything that has to do with that side of the water that I didn't even dig into it because I'm like, y'all, yeah, come on.
There's not much to dig into, to be perfectly honest. So to give a quick summary of it. Now, granted, the people that came forward, they're not just like conspiracy theorists. Like, they're people in governmental positions. They're, I think I have a small little list of the people that were. It was a former U.S. counterintelligence officer, a retired U.S. Navy rear admiral, and a former NASA associate administrator. Like, these are actual people with credentials who are coming to Congress. Their goal is basically to be like, you guys, the government, have been keeping this stuff secret for too long, and we think you need to be more transparent because this is happening. They are here. They're not just in the sky like people thought. They're in our ocean. And you guys need to know about it. And so they're basically coming and saying, they are highly intelligent. Like, the things that we do see, they are so far advanced. Like, we cannot keep up. We cannot maneuver with them. Like, they say they have videos and photos that aren't just grainy. Like, they're crystal clear images.
Well, where they at? Hello?
That's the thing. That's what they're trying to say. We can't release this stuff because the government is still saying either it doesn't exist or they're refusing to acknowledge it in some way. So that's why they're coming to Congress to try to, I guess, force the issue to be like, this needs to come to light. There's too many hidden underground programs that's going on. And we want, like he said, one of them had said, there was an incident, a collision incident through email. And when he came back to it later that night, his email was completely wiped. It was gone. So any evidence people try to gather, like whoever's up in the government is finding it and taking it away. So that's what the hearing was about, is they're saying, the public deserves to know this because we don't know what their intention are. We don't know why they're here or what they want. And if they do decide to reveal themselves, we are wholly inadequately prepared for it. There's no preparation whatsoever.
That's my thing. Like, so what the fuck do you want the government to do? Like, if we unprepared today, we're going to be unprepared tomorrow. Like, there's nothing, we're not going to be able to catch up to them anyway. And this whole, it just, the thing that bothers me, right, out of all this land that's on this earth, the only places that aliens ever seem to be bitches in the sky or in the ocean, where ain't nobody at, kiss my ass, okay? Y'all are some fucking grifters. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. When them hoes start touching down on solid green or brown earth, come talk to me. I don't want to hear about no aliens in the ocean. Them niggas ain't bothering me.
That is true. I'm the same. I'm like, whatever.
If they want to ride a whale, all the way up under that water, let them hoes ride that whale, whatever. They having fun. Let them kick it. Shit.
Yeah,
they ain't got no rent to pay nowhere.
Granted, I didn't watch the hearing, so I've only seen like videos on TikTok and stuff like that. So I don't know what is conspiracy and what's not. Some people have stated that it was stated there's bases like kind of throughout. Like, there's bases in the mountains in Arizona. There's another mountain area up in the west. I'm not sure where they said there's a base. And then the one in the ocean is off of Guadalupe Island. And actually Guadalupe Island, I guess right off of that island, it was a popular tourist destination because people would go there to do those like swimming with the sharks, the like cage swimming with the sharks. And they've been doing that for a long time. But last year, it actually got like banned. Tourists can no longer go out there to do that stuff. And now here you are coming out saying, oh, well, there's actually an alien base right off the coast of Guadalupe Island. So I don't know. Me personally, I just found it funny that this thing, like, I feel like 10 years ago, we would all been glued to our seats like, oh my God, there's aliens here. Nowadays, with everything that's been going on, people are like, so?
Because it's like all these other armies all these other countries who have armies around the world, right? Who also be flying and sailing through these oceans. Ain't none of them piped up about nothing. Like, why is it always America?
Right.
That has to be the one that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Americans really have this microscopic view of the world. Like, okay, nothing happens outside of the U.S. borders. Ain't nobody else. So everybody else, every other country in the world wants to keep this secret, but America is the only one that wants to open up about it.
And that's what they're saying as well. They're saying we need to be communicating with other people because I guess there is other countries that are giving reports, but it's all in secret. No, the general public, and that's why they're saying we need to stop having so many of these backdoor secret information. We all need to let it out and share intelligence. I guess they're saying that essentially they have stuff, they have ships or something like that. They're trying to reverse engineer the technology that they do have, but they want more information and other people's information. And then on top of that, they said they also have like bodies of these aliens as well.
Oh, they got alien bodies.
That's what they're saying.
Alien bodies and ships that they're trying to.
That's what they're saying. And they're saying that there's different species that they look different, and some of them even do look like us as humans.
Right. So is it going to be like that man down in Mexico that said he found an alien and had the whole government showing this little alien or whatever, and then it turned out to be something that he made that had like chicken bones and shit for bones?
I mean, it would have been into it, like, but it's the fact that this isn't just like a person. These are government officials.
I think the man in Mexico was also a government official.
Was he? Oh, I don't know.
I don't quote me, but I think it was either last year or a couple of years ago or something, where it was this whole thing, and this man and then it turned out to be fake as hell.
I don't remember that.
My thing is, if y'all ain't, I get that y'all trying to force the government's hand. Right. But we need to know specifically who is gatekeeping the information. Y'all come in here talking to Congress about seeing aliens in the ocean ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. I need y'all to tell them the names of the people who have the information that needs to get into the American people's hands, and come and tell Congress that. That way we as American people know, and we can put the pressure on them. Because y'all just going up there talking about y'all done seen spaceships on Bankhead. Ain't doing a goddamn thing. Y'all just stirring up conspiracy theories and stuff. And it's like, and all y'all niggas retired. Like, why didn't y'all say no? You know what I'm saying? Like, the math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. Bring some retired people over from some of these other countries. Have them testify as well. We need some corroborating evidence. I can't take y'all word for it. I'm sorry. Because if the only place y'all seeing these aliens is in the ocean and in the sky, girl, there's nobody can corroborate that. We can't argue with it because we didn't see it, and y'all the only ones who got the goddamn evidence. And everything is just miraculously getting wiped, and everything is getting monitored. Y'all hear how fucking crazy y'all sound? I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Until y'all show me, until I see an alien walk up to that camera and say, and go like this. That Taco Bell y'all got here on Earth is bussin'. Okay. We ain't got nothing like they don't. Okay. All we got is like the smoothie stuff that just be real like green looking. But this thing y'all call Taco Bell, bitch, can I get 16 of them cantina chicken tacos to go? Okay, my niggas got to taste this. Girl,
whatever. I'm for it. I would love to see the aliens. I'm wearing my Roswell shirt in support of the aliens. Like, you know. I mean, we're going to hell in a handbasket anyways. Might as well bring the aliens too.
You are so stupid. I did not know that's what You really set me up with this story. You was ready the whole time. I did not know I had one of them on my podcast with me. My co-host. It's an alien conspiracy theorist, y'all.
It's not a conspiracy. Okay, it's real.
No, you about to pick up that shirt, and it's about to be a green alien up under there.
Lo and behold, you wanted me to be in the camera because you know I love Taco Bell.
Speaking of, bitch, I'm sorry. We're just going off on random tangents. Okay, y'all. This is the show. We haven't recorded in 2 weeks. During my time over there, fell in love. You told me about it. You told me about this months ago.
Did I?
That cantina chicken taco. Oh, girl, so good. Oh,
it's the empanada that I like, but it's been It's only been in the Taco Bell like twice this year. It hasn't come back since.
Yeah,
that's the one that I was obsessed with. Yes.
See, I remember the cantina piece.
Yeah.
But that goddamn...
It was like in cantina. Tandem. They brought the cantina and the empanada, but the empanada was just like a special. So...
okay.
It's kind of turned into like how the nacho fries are, where they come and go. It just hasn't been as frequent as the nacho fries. I'm waiting for it. Because that's what
Well, let me tell you something. Taco Bell. Now listen. I have enjoyed y'all for a good many years. But I've never enjoyed y'all as much as I did this past time I've been in the U.S. My God, I'd be willing to do something strange for one of them. Okay, if y'all was like, we can get one to you right now, hot and fresh, I'd be like, what I got to do? Because I need it's so. I don't get how. Because, I like a whole bunch of cheesy stuff, right? Yeah. But it's the cheese that's on the outside. It's just the perfect amount for the flavor and not the feel. But the edge just got that crunch. And a little spiciness on that chicken. I want to shed a tear right now. It's so loving good. It's so good. Sorry, Taco Bell. I had to give it to y'all. If y'all
I was about to say, they're about to be in our DMs. Podcast. Like, so, I like the words and phrasing you use there.
Listen, I'll give y'all the Mary J. Blige treatment. Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce. I'll be dancing up on the table about some crispy chicken cantina taco. Yeah. Okay. You ain't got to ask me but once. Shit. Pay me a quarter of what y'all paid Mary. And I'll be tap dancing.
I just want them to bring the empanada back because that one was my favorite. It's so good.
I do want to try that.
Okay. Are we reading another story or are we ending it?
Girl, I can go either way. I can go either way. We can cut it off.
I was about to say, I have a very short story I can read.
Okay.
If we want to get a third one in.
Yeah, let's do a third one for the sneak peek. And then I'll save this one for another time because it ain't even.
Okay. This one is a short one. This one is in the petty revenge. And it doesn't have an official. Oh, it does. I'll read it this way. Okay. So this is from the petty revenge and it says, I gaslighted my husband when we fight. Oh, I gaslight my husband when we fight. So she says, this isn't anything crazy, just something funny that I want to tell people about, but can't risk getting caught. My husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, have been together for 8 years. For the past couple of years, I make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day to take to work. I use Welch's Grape Concord jelly. This is important for later. Every day he tells me that I make the best sandwiches, and I just say I make it with love. However, when we're fighting, he always says that he can taste the difference in his PB&J, and I say because I made it with hate. But the truth is, he can taste the hate in his sandwich because when we fight, I use organic, sugar-free grape jam. It's in the back of the fridge and he's never seen it. So it's what I use to convince him that he can't make me mad or my anger makes food taste different. Like I said, this wasn't anything crazy, but it's something I always get a giggle out of and thought all of you would too.
That's cute. And that's cute. But just know, bitch, if I ever find out that that's what you doing to me. Oh my God. Them papers is finna be on your bedside table in the morning and my shit finna be packed.
Partially
how dare you?
His fault because why are you never in the fridge? How do you never
well, that's a good point. See that? That's a good point.
But she's like, yeah, he never goes in the fridge, so it just sits in the back. I just think that's hilarious. It's, you know what? I made it with hate, and you're going to taste it.
Taste it.
And he sure is going, damn, how does this taste?
Ain't no way. Knowing me, because I love a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Same.
I love a peanut. I'll toast bread and just put peanut butter on it. Oh. Mm-hmm. But the marriage of the two,
as it salty, melts a little bit,
nutty.
When we had an oven with a little toaster oven, my mom used to do. Ooh. She would butter the bread and then put the peanut butter on it and melt it a little.
Yeah. Bit. Yes. Come, y'all want to know what she doing?
I know. So good.
Oh God, I miss white bread. I miss white bread. Jesus. That was cute. But don't do that shit no more. Don't do that shit no more. You are playing with that man's life.
And I say, you keep doing that. You petty person. I love it.
No.
You let him know. When you make me mad, you're going to tell the difference in your sandwich. I made it with hate.
Hawk a loogie in it, but put that goddamn Welch's grape on his sandwich. That's you taking it too far. You taking it too far. Don't play with a man like that. Don't
make her mad then. That's the simple solution.
Listen.
Happy wife, happy sandwich.
Happy life. Oh shit. Well, I had a good time tonight, Crystal. How about you?
I did too, yes.
Amen. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us for this was a loopy ass episode. I don't know what was in the air tonight, but this was aliens. A loopy ass, fucking alien. Bitch. And now I'm scared. Because are they really in here? Bitch, are you an alien? Did you just talk to me telepathically?
Look, I tried to tell you about my homeland, but you just shut me down. In your homeland.
Oh. And on that note, thank you all for joining us for another episode of the Tea and Crystals podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening. Make sure you also leave us a written review. We would love to see one of those again. If you like what you saw, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube. I love our YouTube community.
Mm-hmm. They've been really do. The last couple episodes.
I mean, and I love seeing the familiar faces. I love seeing the new usernames. It's a little family over there. I really feel like it's a family reunion every Monday.
Yeah, I love it. It's especially when I love seeing the OGs, but I have been really enjoying seeing new people chime in. It's been great.
Yeah. If y'all have any questions, comments, or you would like to share your own story with us, please do so at teaandcrystal@gmail.com. That's teaandcrystal@gmail.com. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook by searching Tea and Crystals Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Tea and Crystals Podcast and on Instagram at Tea and Crystals Pod. Now, Crystal, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we get the hell up out of her?
Yeah, don't listen to what T say. Aliens are real, guys. They're real and they're here, and you just don't know where they're at. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. As usual, give me your thoughts about the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul stuff. Give me your thoughts on the aliens. And as always, give us your thoughts and opinions about the stories that you read. Also, Penny Revenge. Ladies, are we doing this now? Like, is this what we're doing? I would love to know. Tell me if this is a Penny Revenge you're gonna start incorporating your love hates.
I'm calling the police.
Love it.
I need to. This is about to be a Netflix documentary by the time I'm done with it. I want you motherfuckers arrested.
That's what you get. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Doesn't want to give it to me.
Bye, y'all.
Because I did it with hate.
It was the aliens.
Give me the hearts.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.